Ho ho ho! Hello everybody. It is the Ronin Yeti. I'm not going to actually turn this music off because this stream is a little special. Kind of like, well, I guess I'm going to turn it down. I'm pretty sure it's a little high up there. I can't even hear myself talk. You might, yeah. I'm gonna. You gotta put your headset on. Here you go. Here you go, Chani. These are better, I think. Is that echoing right now? Alright, give it just a second. Hello everybody. Yes, like I said, this is Ronin Yeti. This is a special stream tonight. It might be actually a double feature if my stamina can keep up with my body. What? My body keep up with my mind, really. The first half, which might be a 2-hour stint, will be some live game deving. Ooh! For those interested in the process, you all be able to look and see some inside scoop of some of the projects of this HVR Seasons project known as Dreams. I know that sounded very convoluted. I'm sorry. Freaking feathers everywhere. Anyway, my buddy Alex, I don't know what he wants to go by. I'm going to call him Alex. I call him the memester, honestly. The memester, he's going to be coming in here and help me make some stuff. He's going to start writing some scripts or connecting some scripts. Got 2 projects I'm going to try to work on tonight, just a little bit of each, or maybe just a lot of one or the other. It doesn't matter to me. This is all Alex's idea. By the way, if Alex is not in here soon, I might just jump into Outlast 2, or I might say, fuck y'all, I'm going to go play some more Final Fantasy 12 International Zodiac Job System, and fuck it. Yeah, I'd love to get some work done, but I am not above, just walking out and doing something else. Excuse me. But anyway, I'm not introducing the music. This beautiful music you're listening to is Hitoshi Sakimoto. You might know him from Final Fantasy 12, speaking of which, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Vagrant Story, all the Ivalice games. Yes, him and his other boy, I don't know his fucking name, but I'm gonna listen to this. I like listening to video game music while I make video games. Makes sense, I think. Huh? He's coming? Alright, Nessie. Nessie says old Alex is coming. Old Memester's coming, so we'll see. What is his name in this chat? I guess I'll see you in a minute. But anyway, you know what? This is not a regular stream. I already told you all that because of the streaming. The second half, like I said, might have Outlast 2. But regardless of either, this is not TV. It's Ronin Yeti. I don't know. I tried to add that in there for some tension. Probably didn't work. My bad. But yes, okay, here we are. I wasn't actually going to do the whole intro thing because this is more of a laid-back version. You see, I don't have my kimono on. I'm not in my regular Ronin Yeti attire. This first half, or maybe only half, will be mostly chilling out. I'll probably actually take a break while streaming to get some food because I'm kind of hungry. Just got back from the gym with the Chani, or the Nessie, I should say. But, yeah. Nessie, how's that chat box looking? Is it too small? Is it scrunched? Is shit getting cut off? I know if someone was on their phone, they certainly wouldn't be able to see it. I just want to know when this is on YouTube, if it can be seen. By the way, people, I have not played Outlast 2 since I streamed it last. So I am entirely lost as to what the hell's going on. If we do play it, that might add some more tension to the horror. Oh yeah, that Leveroni. Sorry, Leveroni, I was calling you the memester. I'm sure you would take that title proudly. I'm probably going to be eating some sloppy Janes, some lentils, some sloppy joes made from lentils, and all this other wonderful shit. Next time you're over, you should have some. They're fucking gorgeous. Can't eat. What? Can't eat or get fat. No food. Oh, whatever, Chotty. It makes me want to go into the fields and battle some random beasts. And put it in a chokehold. But yes, I was just doing the intro there, Alex, just talking about what's going on tonight with our stream. And I'm not in my kimono, as I told everyone, because I'm just kind of chilling out. Let me turn this down a little bit. I feel it's even at 2%, it's still loud. Oh God. Here's the codes. Thank you! Alex has all the codes! Oh my God, you fucking memester. I knew you had the codes. Okay, speaking of which. Okay, Alex, so since this is kind of your idea, I have dev streamed before. It was like a year ago, though. It was when I was working on concept art for the Hurdles thing at Run Jump Dev. What did you want to work on tonight? Did you want to work on Yen's Tale, Soulmates? By the way, people, I was going to actually add this into the OBS, but I'll just... I got 2 projects we're working on. Actually, me, Alex, and Nessie, we're all kind of working on 3 projects in our own little ways. More so than others, or some people are working on some projects more than the others. Yes. One of them is called Spas. That's Nessie's main game. I do not, sadly, have the newest build on this computer, so I'm not going to show it off. And we're not going to be working on that tonight, but that is definitely in the works. Nessie's taking photobombs of the Pidge. Speaking of the Pidge, for those who don't know who the Pidge is, you'll see the Pidge hovering around me very soon, I'm sure. Oh God, he's doing code. He's doing actual code in the chat box. Gives me that. You are a silly fucker. You know that. Gives me that hamburgers. Fuck. What was it? Oh yeah, Spice. And the other 2 projects. We got Yenen's Tale, which is an original RPG click and point. Or in this case, gaze and look and point and click and little bit. It's using the Google VR headset. It's kind of going the wrong way there. It's a simple RPG within 2 different scenes. You're in like this foresty scene, and you can be transferred to this like city scene depending on actions. And basically, the reason for this game is just to figure out how to progress out of the scene. Forward, not backward. Not back into the mountains, but forward into the forest. Yeah. The hair's being shitty, man. Yes. I'll just do the beep boops. Yes, Alex is... I do most of the... And Alex does the... Ha. You get what I'm saying? You all know what I'm saying. But yes, Yenen's Tale. This was actually part of a final I was creating for school. And was my final, and then I've just been adding on it. And now we're making it into a VR game. And then the second game we're working on is also, or third, is Soulmates, which was originally Soulmates with a U, but now it's Soulmates like the sun. Basically, you are a sun god reincarnating souls that have come into the sun, because that's where you go when you die, people. Did you not know that? When you die, your fucking essence goes into the sun and just sits there. Just chills. Just chills out. Wildin'. Or I could be a memester and say, getting a cold one with your boys. What the fuck is wrong with you kids? Your fidget spinners and your memes a day. 5 memes a day diet. No. I'm on a 5 memes a year diet. You hear me? I stretch that shit. Anyway, Soulmates. You're a sun god, reincarnating souls. You're putting souls together to create purified ones, and you're shooting back them back out to the planets in the cosmos so they can reincarnate into other beings. Sounds very it is. It's very But that's what we're working on. So Alex, this is where the question comes to you. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Yes, thank you. See, Alex has the memes going on. If I ever say a meme incorrectly, he will correct me. He will be fuck you, man. Okay, Alex, serious business. What do you feel like working on tonight? Like, I was saying, if we didn't really know what do we want to do, I was just going to go to that website Tim gave us about sound effects and find some sound effects. But that's kind of that's boring. I don't think anyone wants to watch us do that. So we're not going to do that. Never mind. So, if we work on Soulmates, we're going to have to start from scratch. If you're up for that, cool. If not, I understand. If you want to fuck with Soulmates, I can upload the newest build right now. You can get in there. We don't have to worry about... We're not going to worry about transferring the controls and cameras to VR just yet, because it's a weird type of VR game, right? One scene is basically a static 2D, while the other scene it goes into is the VR 3D. We'll fuck with that in the middle of this month. We need the actual game working before, like, from start to finish. So there's just a couple of scripts we need to make, if any, actually. I might have enough scripts to where we can just add on to shit. So, you want easy mode or hard mode, brah? Red pill or blue pill, brah? What you want, brah? Because I don't care either way. I would love to get some soulmate shit started, but I would also like to get some closure with Yenen's Tale so I can start adding the sound effects and get the VR controls done, and boom, it's fucking out there. I might not even add animations for the enemy. I might honestly take the enemy out. That's another thing I wanted to talk about too. I think realistically, if I want to get soulmates and Yenen's Tale both working correctly, I'm going to have to take out the enemy aspect of both games, which we're already taking the enemy aspect out of soulmates. Sadly, we can work on that in our own time if you still want to work with me on that down the road. But we may have to take the enemy out of soulmates or Yenen's Tale, which is kind of fine since there's that second layer depth of transferring yourself to a VR space to see a cool little city, which if I have more time to work on the city, I'll just add more to the city, make it look cool, and put more focus on that instead of fighting an enemy, even though I added a whole battle fucking system. I will look at your all's comments in just a second. I'm going on a rant here. So that just depends on how much script we can go. If I already have scripts for what the enemy attack would be, we could just use the lightning bolt script since it's not really working and won't be able to use it in VR anyway. Because it only has one button. I could make a quick animation to where the enemy comes up to you. He doesn't actually even have to move. He can just like burr, burr, and hover, which is stupid, but whatever. So there you go. I need to get that out there. Now it's time to read. Easy. Oh, so easy peasy. I knew you were going to say something like, best to finish Yenen's Tale. Because it might take longer than you think. Yeah. Okay, wait till you see Yenen's Tale. There are actually a lot of scripts in there you're going to be able to have fun with. Yenen's Tale is a game I kind of followed some dude on YouTube with for my finals so I could make an actual working game. And I used a lot of his scripts, if not most of them. And I kind of fucked around with some of them, but not enough to break or make anything. But cool. Cool answer. Short answer for a long-ass question. I apologize. Game grind? Yeah, that dude. You know who I'm talking about, Alex. The whole... what was that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The whole Skyping thing. I don't know how well Skype will work with Unity and all this shit open on my computer. I really don't. I don't think it'd be too bad, but... Yes, that is an option, Alex. If you wanted to be skipping with me, we can certainly do that. But for now, I think... For this like first 30 minutes or whatever, we'll just talk about what needs to be done. I'll upload the build to the Google Drive, and I'll also post it on Trello. I'll show you on here. It'll be pretty cool. What? No. Nah, dude. I actually watched his video series twice, which is not a big deal. It's just like 8 hours or something, but... I watched it twice, so I could kind of understand what was happening. Still, that was supposed to be a beginner series, and this motherfucker talks about some crazy stuff, and I'm like, who are you trying to kid, man? Man, you were gonna send me a meme, right? Okay, so I need to have like a meme box over here, or sorry, over there on the other side of the screen. Where every time you send me a picture in Facebook Messenger, it pops up on my screen. Meme of the second. Meme of the second. Meme of the second. It makes a really annoying sound effect, and then it just drives me crazy, and I like come and find you, make you pay. All right, we don't want to go down that road yet. God, here we go already. This better not be porn.
Блять, хорошо, что это сундуки вот эти остались наверху, заебись вообще.
What is this shit?
Эти остались наверху, заебись вообще. Да ты чё?
I would have screeched like that too. Blat! Blat! Oh my god. Is his mother beating him? But mom, who did? Poor kid. I would totally lose my shit too, man. Especially when you're a kid. Put so much work into these little hobbies. Some asshole comes in your server and takes it away. Luckily, though, I've never been that entrenched into the multiplayer aspect of Minecraft. I had like a cracked version of Minecraft there for a while, so no online play for me. And then I usually just play with Nessie and local people, so I don't get my shit crashed on except by the blow up dudes, which I use cats for those. Never mind, we're not talking about Minecraft. A date with a wallaby. What's this fucking wallaby shit again? What y'all nuts talking about? Well, what happened? What? Okay. Yenen's Tale. So let's get the build up on the Google Drive. We are right now at 0.7.5. And for me, when I've so far with the 3 or 4 games I've made, anything past 7, if anything's 0.7 and above, it has code that makes the game work. That's why Soulmates and Space is still kind of 6.5-ish. Just in case you wanted to know. Doubt you did. Okay. I'm going to delete... What? Oh, this is... Damn, I already had a build up? I didn't know that. And this is an old build of... No. That should be the newest build of Soulmates. Okay, so the newest build of Soulmates is up. Okay. I actually have a repository for the newest build of Soulmates. I still have no fucking clue really how repositories work. I know it's simple, but the technical crap I'm still a little wary about. I do not have... Hold on. Do I have the link for it? If I have the repository for Soulmates, I'll go ahead and give you that link, Alex. You can already have that in your arsenal. And then we'll worry about Yenen's Tale tonight. Is that cool? Oh, God, what the hell are y'all saying over there? Wallaby equals a bathroom. Oh. Well, you're like 6'5", man. Sorry. We don't make bathrooms for giants, man. Fucking cut some of your torso off and you're good. Oh, damn, Nessie, really? Repo means repository, a place to keep your shit. That's what we're dealing with here. So this build of Soulmates was original build I put up within the Trello board, but since then Shay and Leonard rather have made a repository for the Soulmates. I said I'll give you that link here in just a second. You might have to set up GitHub. That's what we were talking about yesterday, me and Shay. The GitHub, the Git, and the Tortoise Git. Give me a motherfucking package. Or teach me Linux. Teach myself Linux. Okay. I don't think... Alright, turning the video game music back on. Alright, go ahead and upload this build. Like I said, I will make a repo for Spas and Yenen's Tale here. Maybe by the end of this week. I'll try. I might make them on Sunday. I might get Shay and Leonard to help me make them on Sunday. Folders? Hold on. What? What is this? Oh. Hold on. I am one silly fuck sometimes, guys. I'm telling you. Out there, Ricky! Ricky! Get out there. We're going to have to zip this up. Zip it up, B. Zip it up. It's funny because, like, if I go for longer than 60 seconds, I can look over here and read all this amusing shit. Have to go to the bathroom in the pit for giants. Yeah, man. You're a giant. Yes. 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 Pit for giants to try to love someone. Put a repository up your ass? Nessie, come on. Enough anal play already. Alright, zip this up. Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. I love this fucking song. This is Vagrant Story OST, if any of you gave a shit. Get the fuck out, hub. A build, you know what a build is already. It's the type of game, like 0.7, 0.6. Repo is a repository. Fucking learn English, motherfucker! Okay, I'm throwing this in here. A repository. That's what it is. Google that shit. Just goggle it, brah. Just goggle it. You gave me cancer, Alex. Cancer's contagious in my family. Thanks a lot. Okay, right there. So I'm going to take this link. Yenen's Tales trailer board now officially has a build for the game. 0.7.5. There will be a repository for it soon. Alex! Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. I gotta say it like this. What is... Yes, there it is. There we go. Now, couple question mark. What? It's supposed to attach it up. Oh, hell. Whatever. There's the link. You can also attach it. You can attach files on the Trello board, obviously, but I didn't do that. Add link as attachment. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Hey, here we go. No, that's not what we want. Just go to that link, Alex. You'll see Soulmate's build and the Yenen's Tale build. Although that Soulmate build might not be the most up to date. Make sense? What? What, Nessie? I'm reading everything you say. Yeah, I'm reading everything you say. You be quiet. Oh, don't be quiet. I want to read more stuff. What did Shiloh say to you in the milestone when... I don't know, man. I mean, my God. What, yesterday? Sunday? We were there for hours. Hell, we've been with HVRE for like 10 hours in less than a week. It's not bad. I can get build RN bubbles. Yeah, I know they were talking about bubbles, and I pointed out that Zach had some bubble textures they could use for their bubble game, but I don't... Did they ask you to help with the coding or anything? I know both Shay and Shiloh need help on their games, so if you don't want to just work on my games, you can work on other people's games. They definitely need help, but I definitely need some help too, obviously. I need some motherfucking help. Okay, so go to the Yenen's Tale Trello board, go under Resources card, Game Builds, take this link. This link should take you to, as it shows right here, the Google Drive being shared. And Yenen's Tale's right there. Go ahead and get that build right now, brother, because that's the build I got. That build should work. I'm going to go ahead and get it started down here while we look at the GitHub shit for you. If you don't want to do all this, just let me know. You started it. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. God, I can see my peripheral. That chat box is blowing up. Blowing up, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. What are you doing over here? Oh my God, Nessie, what the fuck are you doing? This bandwidth you're taking up. It's like killing 5 trees a second. Quit. Mister did it? Yeah. Mister, you trying to talk to? Fucking hamburger game. Wait, that's not... Was it really missed? Is that the best excuse you got?
Those three were him.
Mister, you're actually learning how to spell words. They just all have to be in the same sentence. All the letters? Yeah, same sentence. That'd be nice. Oh, what do you mean, Alex? Delete the old version. Did you already actually have some builds? And if so, that's fine. Yeah, I have totally new builds. Again, do not... Here, I'm just... I'm not entirely sure what's on this 0.6. This 0.6 probably doesn't have the scripts that Vince made me for the revolving planets, but everything else should be in there. So if you want to get that one version, cool. But like I said, I'm going to help you get the repository, at least get you started on that, and you can get it from there. Yes. Where... Help! Help me! Help! 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 Help me! Help! Help! Help me! Help! Wait, let's switch some boards up here. Trying to code his way to the pit. Well, someone needs to. What, Mister? Mister, what the hell do you have to do with the pit? Okay, May 19th. Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't that long ago. Fairly certain this one does... Yeah, okay, so this one does not have Vince's planet scripts. So I am going to, I guess, put that version up too. Just for the sake of it, for anyone that can't get on the repository. If you do not want to get on the repository, I do plan on... Well, that brings up another problem. Okay, so I typically like to rename my projects depending on the build I've created, depending on how much shit is in the build. But with the repositories, I don't think you can do that because you have to create an anchor, basically an anchor within the main folder where all the shit is. Basically, on my laptop. Don't ask. See, look, I even have a point. God, this shit is so confusing. I am so sorry. But basically, it creates an anchor like in here. You could create anchor. It says it would. If I had GitHub on this computer, which I have to do that too, it would say create a repository, and everything in here and all the children within the parent folders would all be in a repository that other people can go to this site and pull it. I'm pushing, they're pulling. I'm pushing, they're pulling. I'm pushing, they're motherfucking pulling. You got a problem over there? I'm getting pushed and pulled to the brink. Oh, my camera's falling down. I'm sorry. Yeah, totally. Once you get everything set up, Nessie, it seems it's a bit easier. Except when I want to push a new build that's completely different than 0.6, let's say of Soulmates, I don't want it still to be named 0.6. And Leonard and Shay both went, when I asked them about that, they didn't really know how to answer me. Or I didn't know how to contemplate their answer. Could be both, really. Excuse me. Yeah, just delete it all. Delete the motherfucker. Okay. But regardless, I am going to put my 0.6.5 build on the Trello board. But the repository we're about to go over is the 0.6 build. I don't know. I try to make it easier. Apparently everything I do makes everything harder in everyone else's eyes. Does that mean I'm the wrong one? Or is everyone else wrong? Or both? Or neither? Alex, if you wanted to get the new build of Yenen's Tale, no. Go right ahead to the Trello board. Go to that link and get it off there. 0.7.5 is the newest. That's what I have. That's what you should have. I will make a repository later on to where if either of us make changes, we can trade. So go ahead and get Yenen's Tale right now if you could. That's you can go ahead and start downloading that. It's less than a gig, so it shouldn't be too bad. I know, Nessie. What? Speak English, Ted, you cunt. You turd cunt. Apparently you can say cunt like you say hamburgers over here. What, you say cunt over there the way you say hamburgers over here. It just rolls off the tongue on accident. Like, oh, how was your day? Hamburgers! Sorry, that's the American in me. They didn't put ham in hamburgers. Wake the fuck up, sheeple. Wake up! Hello. Where the hell is Anne, by the way? Is she dissing me? So I'm probably going to have to change this. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and update my Google Drive and my Trello board with the newest of Soulmates, which has some scripts in there that Vince made. If no one likes it, they can take it up with me. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Did I disappear? There I am. As for the Soulmates, let me reiterate. The one and now is going bye-bye. And I'm putting in the newest one, the 0.6.5, because it has some working scripts. You feel me? And if you want to go ahead and download the 0.6.5, please do. But if you want to wait for the 0.61 from the repository, or if you can have both, because they're both different. Hey, there you go. What's scanning? What's wrong? What did I do now, Alex? Am I making everything way more confusing than it should be? I'm putting builds up. You need to download them. There you go. Bruh. 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 What? Wow. Everything's lagging. Lagging. Get. Tortoise get? What was it? Get. Here we go. Okay. Yes, 0.75 should be the Yenen's Tale you need, sir. Actually, Christina, she did, Christina, Nessie Awen, the lady of my life, the lady of the night, the lady of the hookah bar, the lady that lets strange men lick her feet. No. She does a little coding in her job. She's actually like, I learned how to code in Ellipse, and I was like, really? I think she was doing Java. I think all humans need to learn. Well, you know, I think all humans should know more than one language, and I say that sadly. I do not know more than one language. I can't use a second language all the time. You know what I mean? Fluently. Sadly. Okay. Alright, cool. So, Alex, as well, like I said, the 0.6.5 of Soulmates with Vince's new planet scripts are up now on the Google Drive, and now I will be going in the Soulmates reference card and saying I have made the newest build. So if you want that one, you can. If you want to wait for the repository, wait for the repository. Or both. Sorry I keep repeating everything. There's just a lot of chaos going on here, so... Oh, I need to add Vince to this. Right. Since he did some. Ugh. Eventually, everyone working on this should be I'll just use term. Pulling and pushing from the repo. The official repo. Okay. So the Trello boards are updated with new builds. And now... Here, I'll change this. And repository. Wow. Repository. Here you go. That's nice. Cool. 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 You are not a trash can. You stop that over there. I'm going to recycle you. You hear me? She's, as Shiloh would say, self-deprecating. She gets off. I'm putting herself down. She gets up. I'm putting herself down or something. Some crazy shit that I also do, apparently, according to Shiloh. Okay. Cool. All right, Alex. This is the shitty part. If you've been waiting for the repository information, I have it right here. 3 different websites for you. I'm going to put all the websites in the chat box. So this is the actual repository for Soulmates. Again, I do not have a repository for Spas or Yenen's Tale yet. But to be able to really use this link, you need, like what Shay was talking about, you need the actual way to connect to the server, and then you need the interface to pull and push from the server. Which, again, I feel should be all one package. Apparently, again, if Linux, and here's the Git now, this is the server thing. And then the last thing, Tortoise Git, is the actual Windows shell interface for the previous thing that I just posted. After you get all... Alright, remember you have to go, so you need to go under scenes, or within assets, go under scenes. No, I have it named sorry. Yenen's Tale was one of the very first games I actually put together, so it's a little fucked up in the naming conventions of the folders. But go to assets, go to parent terrain. This should say scenes, but it doesn't. And then there's 2 scenes in this game. There's the K Crystal scene where you go to the city, and then there's the regular scene. You want to go to this one first. But again, when you're in one project, you can go between scenes easily. It doesn't really load anything but the scene itself. All your assets and all your materials and shit are still there in the folders. Okay. Again, so I am autistic. No, I am OCD when it comes to certain things. So I will be pulling and pushing through the repository for probably all 3 games. And on the side, we'll be copying my own versions. So the repositories will probably share the same name even until the end of the game. So they'll probably all be named what they're called now, 0.7, 0.5, 0.6, whatever. But in my computer, I'm going to have my own versions that will be named up until 1.0. So if you don't want to do all this, which will probably be the easiest, considering you and me are not the only ones working on it. That's the only thing. If it was just you and me, I don't think it'd be a big deal. We wouldn't really have to use a repo. But since it's you, me, Shay, Leonard, and Shiloh, because that's the thing too. Oh yeah, my bad. Every game has to be on a repo. Has to be. Because Shay eventually, the week after the last milestone meeting, he's going to pull all of our games and put it in the museum. So yes, every game actually has to be on a repository, and all the last builds, the final builds, the gold builds for the games need to be on the repos. So, too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. At least you don't have to get the fucking Java shit, the JDK and Android Studio, unless you already got all that on your computer. But it's not too bad, man. It really isn't. You just have to make a GitHub. Where is it? You just have to make a GitHub account. That's about it for that. These two downloads, the Git and the Tortoise, these actually go together, so which they should be packaged together. I don't. Whatever, man. Because Git and GitHub are two different things, yes? Is that right? So confusing. Yeah, right. But don't do the repo right now. Like I said, thank you, Nessie. Nessie's helping try to mediate through all my ranting. But right now, we're just fucking with Yenen's Tale. Yenen's Tale's not even on a repo. Depending on what we do tonight, like I said, by the end of this week, hopefully I'll have it up in a repo. We'll figure it out then. Extracting the nectar. Yeah, so for the Studio and JTK, that's if you yourself want to demo the games on the Google VR to test it and play it yourself or develop for the Android platform, which you said you want to do apps, so you might as... It's good that you already have it on there. Pink Bonnie. That sounds very familiar. Hello! God. Like I say, I rarely ever fucking stream anymore. Anywho, but yeah. So, Studio and JTK, you're fine with that. You can actually develop for Android, but you already know that. You already made your one app, the Hello World app. But as for this shit, this repo shit, this is just if you're going to continuously work on these two games, or three because of space, until the end, which I figure you are, but that's up to you. Gonna have to get it one way or another. Oh no, what's going on with on your end? Apparently it's good on our end. What kind of internet you got? How much of a delay do we have, do you think? Barely?
4 seconds.
4 seconds? Cool. Looks like the camera's going in and out too. Sorry there, Bonnie. Yeah. Might want to restart your folder 30... Oh, shit. I already fucked up the meme. Memester, help me out here. What folder do I need to delete to make my systems run faster? System 32. Thank you. There we go. Aha! I still know the memes, okay? Ah. Sorry, Bonnie. I assume Twitch allows you to watch streams at lower resolution? Maybe try that. I don't know. But again, those 3 links I sent in the chat box, Alex, if you don't mind, if you're going to continuously work on the 3 games, just go ahead and bookmark those. You don't have to download all that shit right now. You don't have to make a GitHub right now. Like I said, I don't even have more than half the games on GitHub right now, so it's not important. Just having that information. And if you need it later, yes, I'll fucking give it to you later. But for my sanity, go ahead and get it now. But anyway, we're done with that part. We're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about this game. Are you still were you able to get into the scene, Alex? Myrrh, are you channeling Myrrh the kitty? Hold on. What time is it? Okay, so we've been streaming about an hour. Like I said, I am going to make some food here in a minute. I'm actually probably going to make food literally in a minute or so whenever Alex gets his version of this build working, because I want him to look at what the hell's going on, and then I'll talk to him about what needs to be done. Alex, I fucking told you that 5 minutes ago. Go to, wrong folder. See, this is... You remember? You remember? Alright. Enough bullshit. Yenen's Tale 0.7.5. Go in there. Go to your Assets folder. Go to your Scenes folder. Oh, wait. There is no Scenes folder. Instead, go to your Parent Terrain. Once in here, you will see a lot of bullshit. You only need to fuck with these two things. These are the two scenes in the one game. The 2D scene and the 3D scene. We're going to be fucking with the 2D scene right now. We're actually going to try to find a way to transfer from one scene to another. That's one of the biggest things we need to do. There's two big things we need to do right now to make this game have a winning... Well, technically three, but two big things for a true winning condition from start to finish. So, does that answer your question, sir? Please let it answer your question. Damn. Sorry, Bonnie, that's how the Ronin Yeti streams are. We're only high quality blinging. 1800. Yeah, 1800p and up. Ballin'. I know we're uploading at a pretty good quality, probably like 10 megs a second, which years ago we were only uploading with 2 megs a second. It was trash. There's evidence of that on my YouTube channel. Meister, look at his legs. He's broken his legs. Fix him. Oh my god. Where's the pidge? Is she under you? Pigeon. For those that haven't seen the stream in a while, we have a pet pigeon named the Pidge, or Harrietta. Oh, there she is. Oh, she knew I found her. You'll hear her periodically screaming in the background. Don't worry, it's just a bird. Okay, well, Bonnie, as long as you can see some shite. Can you also refresh my memory, since my memory is utter shite? Were you one of the old watchers from my old streams? Do I know you on Facebook? Both? Etc., etc. I know you're not Bonnie, my stepsister. Sincerely doubt that. But, alright, Alex is MIA. Alex, you good, brother? Did I help you out? Alright, for those that don't know what the hell's going on, this is a game I'm working on. It will be part of a VR experience, among many other VR experiences within this one project. For right now, this is not what the game looks like as soon as you enter. This is just some shit set up so I can test, but yes, you can walk around as my boy Yenen, the energy Buntayan, a cosmic savior of sorts. It's a point-and-click game, but eventually it's going to be... This is the working platform for Yenen's Tale, Soulmates, and Spas. The Google VR. Google Cloud Platform. You can read it right there. This is literally for phones. Basically, the platform is a phone. Put your phone in here. Lock it up in there. However, and there you go. You're off to VR Wonderland. This is literally the lowest low-end VR headsets available. It's like $5. You can get plastic ones and stuff. But this game is going to be viewed as if it's a painting on a wall in a VR space. And the rest of the space around you is black, so you just see the painting. And here in a minute I will explain when it actually turns into a VR thing where you can look around with the headset and actually see things. And hello, Ann. Thank you for... He's like, enough typing. Hello, Ann. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in. We missed you. I really think Alex is MIA. I think he exploded. He finally had one too many memes, and he exploded into nothingness. Ugh. Anyway, you are Yenen. You save things. You save good things, kill bad things. Yes? What could be in here? Not a goddamn thing. What could be in here? Nothing. What is this thing? What is happening? There's a tall metallic device jutting from the ground. It doesn't seem to be working now. It's actually not supposed to be working. Like I said, I have some of the stuff turned on for testing. This guy, he's an enemy. He has no animations. Just walk past him. La la la. The sign reads, entering the fractal forest. It also reads, dense fog ahead. Well, there's some back there. There were some up here. Oh, bye-bye, sun. There goes the sun. It's set. Okay. And you can actually interact with that box. That box gives you something to turn that device on, which actually makes the fog go away, as you can see from the stream of particles there. An actual stream. Let's see, recharge canister. So cool. That's basically the game. Once you actually Well, this is how it's supposed to be right now. Once you get all the fog out of the way, this enemy type will actually start from back here and move up here and start attacking you. I have it set up now. There is a battle system. Haven? I don't know that show. Oh my god! He started up my game and Alex's PC crashed. Ooh! If that's the case, is it going to run on anyone's phone? Alright, Ann. Yes, there is a battle system in this game. As you can see, I just equipped the Kumojihiti blade, which actually is a kind of a living entity and just takes the form of a blade because the Energy Buntayan has a blade. Damn it! And it'll like hover around on its own on your back and look, it'll dance a little bit and do its own thing. You can actually attack with him, which saves me the trouble of having to animate my character to attack. He actually has a second attack, which is kind of fucked up right now. It's a lightning bolt. Actually, it's a 2D lightning bolt. Yeah, bam. Yeah, but it doesn't disappear. It doesn't actually do anything. It just kind of happens. So yeah, and you can actually come here. Oh shit. Yeah, and the lightning bolt has a collider. Oh yeah, it has to have a collider on it, so it hits things. You can actually come over here and knock this dude senseless. Yeah, and you're just gonna hit him for a little while. Hello and welcome back. Oh look, dun 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 dun. How much gil did I get? None, you son of a bitch. This game ain't about motherfucking money, okay? No, literally, it's not. You're like a cosmic immortal angel. You literally have no need for money. This game's gonna have some other cool stuff. I'm trying to push my own agendas. That'll be for later. But the last thing I have not got to interact with is this K crystal. Ooh, the K crystal. Where the hell? When you click on this, and this is what me and Alex need to be working on, which I wish Alex was here right now because he's actually the one working on the programming of my game. Wonder Boy. Yeah, so when you click on this crystal here, it says, oh, it's emitting a strong aura. I can hear noises all around me, says Yenen. And what me and Alex are going to try to do is, once you click on the crystal, it's going to like fade out or fade in, whatever we choose. And it's going to take you to this scene. Ooh. And this is a scene that happens in VR. So as you're looking on the wall, maybe I should wait for Alex. I don't know. I'll reiterate. I don't give a shit. As you're looking at the wall of the game, you're pointing and clicking, gazing and looking at, all of a sudden it goes black after you say you hear the voices. It goes black. The sounds of the city start to rise all around you, and then your vision starts to fade in, and you're basically... See, Yenen will not be in this scene, because this will be supposed to be you in the scene. But Yenen will pretend Yenen is you, is the player. So Yenen's actually looking at this wall here in a first-person camera. Sorry, this is the third person. Again, this is not how it's going to be. And as you look at the wall, you see the square that was your game. Now it's a black square. But everything else around you has come to life. So you turn around, or you can... Oh, my gosh. You can look up, and you see all these big fans. You hear the whooshing around you. Oh, my gosh. Yenen's going mad. You see all these weird fucking things, man. Just all these weird things. They're all surreal, and you're like, these things look familiar, but they look very alien. It's because everything in here is stuff that computers are made of, like Ethernet cables and hard drive disks, and this big giant fucking city is it's a heat sink. Yeah, so. Okay, so this happens for about 15 or 20 seconds, and then boosh, it just fades out fast. It fades out faster than it faded in. But if the player turns back around, they'll see their game has come back on. And then they can finish the game from there. And that's Yenen's Tale, guys. That's Yenen's Tale Crossroads. Or Crossroad, rather. Yenen's Tale is going to be an actually fully functioning mini RPG, like a 2-3 hour experience. It's supposed to open you up to the characters and environments of Legends of Saviors. Name pending still. So yeah. That's that, man. Yeah. Are people still talking? What's the last thing in your chat box?
Wonderboy.
Okay. So again, like I said, I'm probably going to have to wait on Alex. What, are you talking to Alex? Okay. Alex has not hit me up. So he's crashing about. So I won't really talk anymore about the scripts right now. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to go make the food like I said I was going to do. And you all can just sit here and look at stuff. not much to look at. That didn't already show you. By the way, Ann, I might not play Outlast 2 tonight. I started the stream way later than I thought I was going to. We'll see how I feel. I do eventually want to stream some more Outlast, obviously. Don't look behind the curtains. None of you all saw that. None of you all saw that. I'm probably actually going to have to delete a lot of this shit. Yeah. Just to make it workable on a phone. Certainly going to have to delete a lot of particles, that's for certain. But okay. Yeah, y'all just sit here. I'm going to go make some food. And, it should take me only like 5 minutes or so. I'm going to make some sloppy janes. If you don't know what that is, hit up Nessie. She'll tell you all about it. It's Uber food, alright? It's motherfucking Uber Wonder Boy food. And Nessie, alright, so before Nessie sleeps, she's going to probably tell you about her sloppy janes. Maybe, maybe not. If you're lucky. I'll be right back, y'all. This is the Ronin Yeti. Actually, I'm just going to put my fucking B-Rack back thing like I do. There you go. Yeah, that makes more sense than just sitting here with the fucking camera on, right? Okay, I'll be right back, dudes. See you soon. Okay. We're back. Ish. I've got, so I made some food for myself, but I should have thought of it a little bit better because the food I fixed for myself is really sloppy. Hence the name, Sloppy Janes. And so, this is going to be pretty to watch me eat this. But Alex's shit restarted on him. Burger machine broke. He's still alive and well and sending me memes. I need to just get his ass in here. Alright, so I'm gonna just eat, I guess, with my mic turned off, obviously, until he gets here. Because again, this was his idea. So yeah. The naming conventions in this version so crap. Some things are just called stuff they're completely not, like the Earth and Sun rotation. Sun doesn't rotate, just sets, just goes down the y-axis. So don't know why I named it that. So not only are these sloppy Janes the shit, they also have Gripo's barbecue sauce mixed into it. And I'm eating Gripo's chips next to it. Grippo, I call them Grippos. Other people call them Gripos. It's just such a good combination. There's the Pidge, by the way. It's here. Yep. Another thing. If you don't put your Sloppy Joes or Sloppy Janes on croissants, you're just doing it all wrong, my friend. Try again. Okay? Try again at life. Put that shit on a croissant. Do yourself a favor. Okay? Okay. Trying to see if Alex is having problems with Twitch. I don't know what's going on. We'll soon find out. There he is. What's going on, brother? Actually, somewhat good timing because I'm almost done eating. Let's go. I'm just getting finished here. See you in a minute. Man, that is some good motherfucking food. So good. Sorry, Pidge. I apologize. I'm sorry. Pidge slapped me and said, calm the hell down, boy. Now listen, I'm not having like tongasms over here just to show off. This shit is that good. Nessie needs to make her own food truck. She's been talking about it. Can't get a restaurant, get a goddamn food truck. You go to the customer. You don't have to worry about pulling them to you. Other than the maintenance on truck and gas and all that, seems like a pretty good business model, really. Especially around here with all the college kids. You just drive to campus at noontime, work for 2-3 hours, bam. Pretty decent money. That's one of the ideas, anyway. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I apologize. I really do. Quick break after the break. Some biggins, hey? What are you talking about, Wills? Turn this down a little bit. Okay. Alright, dude. Now that I've had my whole rant introduction like I always do and ate some food and I got a pidge behind me, now it's time to relax. Then look at this game a little bit. So, as your computer was crashing, I was explaining what's going on. I think midway through you cut out. So if I need to repeat anything, I will. No, that's your fault, not mine. You gotta eat through your ass. Remember that South Park episode? I knew what they were talking about. Don't put any weight on. Nope. Soul Stream's your idea, by the way. I know I keep it reminding you of that. Yeah, Anne was in here. I don't know where the fuck she went. I don't know where Bonnie went. Nessie went to bed, but I thought she was still. Oh no, she must have signed off. Well, she was supposed to have it in there. That's cool. I don't give a shit about the viewers right now. I thought you wanted to do some work. Hell, it's 1 a.m. Work's done. No, I'm just joking. Okay. So, do you need me to explain this scene and the next scene and how they are related? And there might be about a 10, 20 second delay. The longer you stream on Twitch without having a Twitch Pro account, whatever it's called, the more of a delay happens between what I say here and what you see. Okay. Let me turn the music off. I'm going to make this quick and simple. I'm not going to show you like the extra shit. Alright, so I'm going to explain this version, and then eventually, probably not tonight, we're not going to get into this stuff tonight, but eventually we'll go over like the VR version, the Google Cardboard version. But as for this version, it's point and click. When you get here, this light post is off. There's a lot of fog up here. The enemy type is not up here. So you got to find a way to progress through the forest. And how you do that is you got to check the boxes. You'll find that there's a recharge canister in this one. You bring it here. It turns the machine on. The particle generator turns on. Dissipates the fog. Now that's one script we're going to need. We're going to need it to where once you check this box back here, we don't have to make an inventory system. We just have to make a trigger or a boolean or something to where once you check this box back here, this machine, the next time you interact with this machine, it'll act like you have an item on you. It'll be like, do you want to use the recharge canister? And until you press yes, that's when the machine finally comes on. So this is probably the biggest script of the thing. I was going to actually not even try to explain this script here because we were going to work on other scripts, but just you might want to start thinking about it. But yes, to progress to get to the win condition, once you start here with the fog up and the machine off, you check the box. Originally, you were going to get an item in your inventory and put them here. I did not make an inventory system. We don't have to do that. Like I said, just simply once the player checks this box once, they get the recharge canister. If they check it again, it shouldn't say anything's in there. They go over here. They get a new choice. A new choice will emerge to where they can use the recharge canister they supposedly have. And once they click yes, that will turn on the particle effects and start this whole thing. This is a timed particle system I have within the hierarchy. I can show you that later. Or you can see it yourself, actually. So yeah, the particle systems just need to be turned on all at the same time, and they start their own thing. And the fog also needs to dissipate, which we have a fog script, and we can turn the fog level down or up however we want. We can probably do that in the script. So basically 3 things would have to happen, and I'm pretty sure this would not work in Animator. This would all be script mode, and this would all be turning on and off certain interactable objects and stuff. I'm not entirely sure how this will work, but that's the most complicated script we have to that we need for this game. Let that sink in. Let's talk about it. Okay. Right. The scripts we're going to have to use here are a lot of if-else statements. Like, if the player checks this box, then the else will be there will be nothing else in this box. But also within that same if, maybe it calls to this, because each of these interactable items, kind of like the interactable items in SPOS, they each have an action script. They each have a script onto them. So one script is going to have to call to other scripts. And since we have a tag system, that might be easier. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I think a lot of if-else's with the if box, for the else of this, for the if of this, for the else of the particle system. With the if the particle system's on, then the fog also dissipates. I think. There might be an easier way than just having a lot of if-else statements. Right. So, kind of like in SPOS, I already have all these animations set up. But the only thing, we might be able to use the animator for this stuff, because like I said, I do have an animation for this right here, but there won't be necessarily an animation for the fog as much as it's just turning the fog down over a certain amount of time, because it doesn't just go from like fog level 7 to fog level 4. It will go down. Basically, the amount of time it takes the particle system to go from this light post to there, that's how the fog's supposed to dissipate. That was just some extra shit. So, like I said, since most of these items have their own scripts, all these interactive items have their own scripts, I'm just wondering how we tie them all together and how they're... Or maybe, like you said, just one big script with one big if-else statement. But again, we're not going to work on this tonight. I just wanted to let you know this is on the table, and if you wanted to start working on it, you have your own build. The logic, again, and there is a logic flowchart within the GDD that says, you go to this box, it says you get a recharge canister. This is just reiterating, sorry. Once you get that, take it to the light post. It gives you an option to use it or not. Or it could just use it it may not even give you the option. We're trying to make a simple version right now. Just to make it to where once you hit up that box, you're going to be able to turn this machine on. Maybe even just by checking it, it'll be like the machine stirs and then it comes on. And that's when the particle effects and stuff happen. So we are using a trigger system, using the animator, at least with the particle system part. But as for this if-else statement we might be creating between the box object, which is its own script, a reinforced box script, which actually all three of these boxes share the same script. So this script, we might have to have two different box scripts now that I think about it. But you know what I mean? Like these two will need to connect through scripts, and then this. Sorry, I'm not even pointing. The box and the light post need to be connected through one script, and then I think the light post and the particle system could use animator triggers. Property, just like we did, yes, with the water rising. Yeah, I think the basics you learned from SPOS, I'm pretty sure we can implement in this game. That's why I try to have things set up already, so the people working on this, programs working on this, wouldn't have to make so many goddamn scripts. You all could just work off the shit I've already made. And this is the easy stuff compared to the crap I've already made. That battle system script, Jesus. And this simple battle system. Okay, moving on. Like I said, just have that in the back of your mind. You can work on it if you want to. The interactions with the mouse button, so you're not using the gaze as much as the mouse button 0 or mouse button down parentheses 0 in parentheses, something like that. I think that's what it is for this left mouse button. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, Yenen does start sinking into the ground if you don't do stuff. That's a minor bug I will fucking fix later. If at all. Okay. So the two scripts we're going to talk about right now is when you click on this K crystal. Oh yeah, totally, Alex. We're just kind of testing this because, like I said, I've only game dev by myself live before. I've never game dev with other people. So, like, a green slime quick said, indeed, the void of the green. Like Nessie said, we needed to probably use Skype or something, but yeah, we can use Discord. That's totally fine. I'd rather talk rather than or see you. You know, Unity has a plugin or a feature to where multiple people can work on the same project live at the same time. Just saying. And that probably involves downloading a lot of shit like GitHub, but again, it's on the table. Okay, moving on. For this K crystal right here, once you click on it, once this crystal cluster seems to be emitting a strong aura. I can hear noises all around me. So this is how I describe this. This is kind of the complex version. We need a script right here that just basically goes from one scene to another, stays in that second scene for 20 seconds, and then literally will go back into the other scene. This version of this script will be different than the version we're going to make, because in the eventual version, this, remember, is a 2D interaction. Whereas once you hit up this crystal, it's going to turn into a 3D VR interaction. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you. So once you get to this part right here at the crystal, we need it to fade out into black. I don't know what script or line does that. Basically, fade out the sound effects that will be happening, and fade out everything. Basically, this will all fade out, and it will load this scene right here, which is the Pair and K Crystal Crossroad scene. And then it'll fade into this. Again, this version has a third-person camera on Yenen. In the eventual version, it's going to have a first-person camera for the player, because the player, like I showed earlier before you crashed, will basically be like Yenen looks here. They'll be looking at a square box right here, which will be the game, but it'll be black now. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the eventual version. We shouldn't talk about that right now. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. Oh, are you going to do Shrek memes now? Yeah, I mean, I'll go in and out of both versions. But like I said, the VR version is going to have first-person camera, you looking at a black box that was the game you were playing, and you're going to have 20 seconds to be able to, look at the fans and look at all the other shit around you and all that. And then it's going to basically fade back into the other game. Again, we'll talk about the VR version differently. Or later. But for right now, we just need a script to where once you interact with that K crystal, and it's only going to happen once, kind of like with the spa stuff, once it fades back into the forest scene and you check the K crystal again, it will not take you back here. So it's only going to happen once. So basically, you hit up the K crystal, you talk to it twice, it will throw you into this place where I guess with this version you can walk around. Because it's cool, because even with this version, it goes from a 2D static camera angle to a third person. So you get like 20 seconds to fuck around here until the game literally the sound effects, everything fades out, and you're back into the main scene. That's one script we need. I think it's the easiest of the scripts we need. Again, interact with an object, have it load a new scene through a fade. Right now we don't even need the fade, we just need the loading. Stay in that scene for 15-20 seconds or make a toggle for it, and then it will abruptly eventually fade and back into this scene. What do you think? Right, I'm sure Google has a fade out line you can use. Right. So I had already looked at some scripts for transitioning to scenes, but I just couldn't get it to work with this version of my game. So some of these scripts I could probably make on my own, but I don't want to make a patchwork script. I want it to be consistent. So I want like one or two programmers to work on it, not an artist and not a programmer. But yeah, what do you think about that, man? I don't think that'd be too bad. I think that'd be pretty easy. That's kind of an important, for the VR experience, that's kind of an important script. For this scene, it's not so important. It kind of is. It's cool. But yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, brother, I think the only scripts I really need is the scene transitioning script and the interaction script between the box and the light post and the particle effects, and the particle effects and the fog, which I think all three of those things I just mentioned is one big script. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. And the third script would be actually the enemy type. The enemy, we would be attaching a certain script I made that has a lightning bolt effect onto the enemy type where the enemy type is attacking. But now I'm thinking the enemy type in this game will sadly, or at least this version, will sadly may not make it. We may have to cut it out. which sucks because I already cut out the enemy type of soulmates. No, it's no problem, dude. That's why we're streaming and chatting it up. And like you said, next time we do this, we'll get some Discord going and we'll really make some leeway. Yeah. But okay, so that transition scene script should be pretty easy to understand. I'm not exactly sure what happens within a scene transition script when it comes to like where the camera's going to be, where the player's going to be. They may just appear where they're already set, whatever. But going back to what I said about the other thing, we'll just go over it with some visuals here. Again, I only have one script for these boxes. It's called Reinforced Box. I'm pretty sure that's what the script's called. But we might need two. We might need Reinforced Box and then Reinforced Box Interactable. And basically, all of them but the easy one does say, you know, what could be in here? There's nothing in there. But when you click on there, it says what could be in here? There's a recharge canister in here. Once you do that, it should be able to say that again. Again, that's a detail we'll work on. And again, we're not working with an inventory system. And I know you didn't ask. You asked about the particle effects. I'm just going into this again so we can get it concrete into our heads. And if something needs to change, so be it. I'm all about compromises too, man. Don't worry about it. Whoa, that's a bug. Don't you love bugs? We're not going to worry about bugs unless they're game crashing. Yeah, you take the item over here, or as soon as you interact with the box, it opens up new dialogue here or a new action to where you can actually turn it on. And then once you turn that on, once that script goes through, either it's a different line or a new script to where it's going to... Let's see. Here within the environment... see down here it says Illumination Device. Illumination Device is the actual thing you're clicking on. And this has a light post script on it. You could probably fuck with the light pro script and the reinforced box script to fuck with each other in a good way. But the Illumination Device particles are its own game object with 3 different particle systems attached. It's got the one that starts, the one that starts up above, the one that starts at the beginning, and then it has the one that turns. And once you turn this on, it'll start in its own way. You do not have to turn on all 3 at the same time. You just have to turn on this parent game object, and the rest will follow. So, see, this is not tagged as anything, but it is in the animate. No. Okay, so this is not in the animator. Okay, particle systems don't have an animation in the same sense that we know of, because they have like built-in animations. So again, we just have to turn it on. We just have to have this turned on. Like up here, there has to be a line of code that just turns on certain things in your hierarchy. Okay, so this version... Whoa... This version is point and click with mouse button down 0, which I think is what you'll be using. The eventual version, the VR version, yes, is going to be pointer. It's actually going to be, yeah. No, not pointer enter or exit. It's going to be pointer down. Because what you do is we're going to try to use Vince's script to look around. Like you look around to make your character move. But to interact with things like the enemy, the boxes, anything, you're going to press the 1 button down. Okay? But does that make sense with the particle effect? So once you interact with this, this should turn this on, basically. Once you turn this on, it should turn the particle system on. And once the particle system turns on, or as it's being turned on, that's when the fog will fuck with the fog script, where it'll just turn down the fog toggle over like a 2-second period, which probably uses coroutines again. I don't understand when we were talking about coroutines last time, man. I don't really think you need a coroutine for a fucking delay. I don't know. I think that's over the top, really. Okay, so sorry talking so much. Like you said, without Discord or without you talking at me, kind of just go all out. But yeah. Right. So when I press play, just watch the particle effects. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically 10, because the original scene, the fog is going to be almost up to this light post. After 10 seconds, that's when the fog starts dissipating back to where you see it right now. It's going to follow this trail, and this trail basically ends right here. The illusion is it's supposed to keep going, but it doesn't, obviously. But yeah, so it's like it's a 10 after 10 seconds of the particle system starting, it'll start turning the fog system down from one number to another, from I think 7.0 to 4.5. It's in the scripts. Let's see. It's usually on your main camera. You see right here? See this global fog script? This height, this actually makes it thick. So if I add 7, as you can see, it gets thicker. Or 9, which it'll probably be about 8.5. So make it go from 8.5 down to 5 over a 5-second period or something. You know, all that will have to be timed. Yeah, the fog script is a standard asset for free, baby. So it makes everything great. It's actually a very complicated script. It's in the standard assets folder. I don't want to look for it right now. We might have to look for it. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. Custom asset. Yeah, definitely not in custom assets. Fog. No, it's in standard assets somewhere. But yeah, you got all this shit down here. Hidden / global fog. Global. Here it is. Global fog script. And as you can see, it's very long. So fucking with it might not be the best idea, but it is there. We should only have to mess with a float. It should be good to do that. So it's literally one thing turning another thing on, turning another thing on, turning another thing on. Or off, really. So I try to make it as easy as possible for my programmers. I'm trying to think of you all. So yeah. So the 3 scripts I will need for Yenen's Tale to be a complete working success for the click and point version, not the VR version, is the K crystal transition script goes from one scene to another over like a 20-second period. Eventually we'll have fades in, fades out with sound effects and the visuals. The second script is the interaction between the items, is getting the shit from the box, turning the light post on, particle effects, dissipating the fog. And then the third script will be after the fog dissipates, the enemy unit will come up and start attacking at random intervals. It will not necessarily even try to attack the player. It won't even be an AI. It will literally be like, shoot a lightning bolt. Wait a couple of seconds depending on an equation. Shoot a lightning bolt. Maybe shoot a lightning bolt really quick because the equation gave you... that sort of thing. But again, that third thing I mentioned, we might be taking out the enemy type. Because, like everyone has mentioned, we're going to have to convert all these scripts to Google VR scripts, and that might take some time, and we might not have enough time for the enemy type. But I would love to get this motherfucker in there. But that's mostly on you, bro, because I don't want to... Well, you, Leonard, and Shay, I don't want to bog you all down. Okay, I'm reading your stuff, sorry. So you check the box, then you go to the light. Then particles fall, then fog comes. Well, fog goes, but yes. Does the K crystal have to happen? Right. So, like I said, for the point-click version, the K crystal experience is not important for gameplay as much as it is lore and just experience-wise. But for the win condition, no. You do not need the K crystal for win condition. So right now, the win condition is turning this light post on, making the fog go away, because you literally cannot see through the fog, and it's really hard to breathe, that sort of shit. So basically, you're trying to get from the mountain path you're coming off of into the forest. That's the win condition. You could actually go around the enemy type if we allow the player to. As long as they win the forest, you win the game. So that's the most important script right now, is all those scripts combining so you can get through into the forest. As for the VR version, the K crystal is a little bit more important in my opinion. It's probably second important because I want there to be a VR experience in this game. And again, third optional is the enemy type. Does that make sense? Again, I think this game is going to be a lot easier than Soulmates, and probably easier than SPOS, to be honest with you. Now that you know a little bit more about C# and how SPOS interactable objects work, and I think using tags make a lot of things easier too. You just have to bring them up in your scripts, like, hey, I want to fuck with this object. And you can, please, you're more of a code hound than I am. Look through some of these scripts. All these scripts under custom assets, if you go to the scripts folder, all these I made with that dude. Under the action items, you got your K crystal, your light post, your reinforced box, which is for all of them, and the signpost, which is interactable. And then, of course, you got dialogue system, which is the canvas and everything. You got your stat system, which that doesn't really matter unless we actually have the battle system, which, again, the battle system may not even be in there if we don't have the enemy type. Might just have the sword floating around. You're like, oh, there's a sword and I can't use it. I did start a pickup item script for an inventory system, but like I said, I did not get to an inventory system. We do not need that. See, like, and just so you know, for eventually, like this world interaction script, we're going to be editing this motherfucker like crazy. Like, see, as you can see here, input, get mouse button down. We're just going to have to change some stuff around for Google VR compliant, you know. I really don't think it's going to be too bad. Basically, this version of the game is almost completed. It's the VR version that's going to take a little bit more time, and that's just converting stuff. Okay, so you want to already have... So you yourself, you just want to try to focus on right now how the objects interact with each other so you can get to the win condition? And before Sunday, and then Sunday we can get Shade and others to look it over. Is that what you're saying, my friend? Okay. So that being said, this is what I want you to do. First off, with the norm bug, and this is your build, and I'll just make changes on mine eventually. With the norm bug, just turn him off for now. Just turn him off up here because we're not going to use him. Also, go to Illumination Device Particles. Turn that whole thing off. And actually, there's this other thing I forgot about. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention this. Under the illumination device are 3 different lights. Okay? Now, I might be able to put these 3 lights under its own game object, but these also need to come on as soon as the particle effects start. So, I'm sorry. I didn't mention that. So, as soon as you turn the machine on, it's going to turn these lights on. These 3 lights here. The 3 different 2 area lights and a spotlight. And also the illumination device particles. So like I said, coding-wise, we might need to put all these in one game object and just call them lights. And then have the lights turned on, and the lights game object turned on, and the illumination device particles game object turned on. I'm so sorry I didn't mention that. But anyway, like I was saying, turn off those lights for now. And then go to your main camera and turn the height of the fog to 8.5. And bam. This is literally what the game looks like, or it's supposed to look like when you start. Everything says is compliant with what's going on. So if you touch the light post, it'll say the light post is not working because it's not working. If you go touch the box there, it will have the reinforced or the recharge canister in there because no one's gotten it out yet. If you go touch the signpost, it says in the second message there is a lot of fog because at this point there's a lot of fog. So this is how the game is supposed to start, and then it goes to those settings that you saw originally where everything's turned on. So you might want to start from here. That's why I wanted you to reset everything to this point, because you might. This is where here. I'll do that myself and save it, and this is where I basically start. Does that make sense? I just wanted you to get set up for the whole kind of the neutral grounds. Oh shit! Sorry. If you change stuff while the game's playing, it doesn't actually work. Whatever. But what do you think? Should we put these lights in its own game object? Main camera 8.5. Okay. Once you have the box checked, how do you interact with the post? Once you have the box checked, which box do you mean? For the particle effects? So to interact with any object, there's a script in here called interactable, and it has to do with whenever you touch the box collider of whenever you touch the box collider of an interactable object, which is tagged. As you can see up here, it's actually tagged interactable object. Then that's when stuff is interacted with. Anytime you interact with an interactable object, the script does call the dialogue system. That's automatic. I think that ties in with the dialogue system script. I think each interactable object or each action object calls for this script to come on, and then this shit happens individually. And by the way, I don't know if this helps you, but if you look over here for this light post script, it actually shows the dialogue and how much you can say. So you can actually change the dialogue here through this script as well. So when you do get the thing from the box, obviously the light post is not going to say this. It's going to say something else. To change that, I don't know. That's stuff we're going to have to learn. I think that's the if-else statement. So within the light post script, we could create an if-else statement. Like, if the player has not gotten the box yet, it will say this shit. If the player has gotten the box, it will say this other shit. Really simple logic behind this stuff. It's just creating the fucking code, you know what I mean? Did that answer your question? I'm going to have to start getting some sound effects rolling too. Thank God for that website Tim gave me. Alex, did I scare you away or oh, there we go. Sorry, like I said, we probably got a little bit of delay here. Yes, so, and of course there'll be a delay. As soon as you touch the light post, the shit is not going to start. The shit's going to start after the dialogue box goes away. That's kind of specific, so right now that doesn't need to happen. Right now, just as soon as you click it, yes, it can happen. We'll worry about the delay coroutines later, I guess, you know what I mean? We'll have to ask and delve into Leonard's and Shay's mind once again. The mind of Mencia. But yeah, for right now, we can have automatic interactions. So as soon as after you've touched the box, as soon as you turn the light post, it can go ahead and start. You know, you don't even need the dialogue box to come up. You don't even have to create that if-else statement right now where different dialogue will come up. If you want to, just work on, right now, certain game objects turning other game objects on. You know what I mean? So once you have touched the box, the light post will be able to turn the particle system on. And that's probably what you need to worry about right now. And then once we get that out of the way, then we'll figure out the delay thing. And once the particle system has been turned on, then the fog itself is going to dissipate. So think of it in two different ways. Might have to be two different scripts, but I'm pretty sure not. Like with your rising water script, it's a fog dissipating script, or just fog script. This is not a child's game. I'm sorry that you assumed it was based on the art style. What a weird fucking thing. If you've never been on the stream and you're bitching about me cussing, you might want to leave right now, because that's literally the last thing that you're going to want to bitch about, because you're going to bitch about it every 5 seconds, I assure you. Right, no, that's cool, man. It can be automatic interactions, so... Working on a children's game. Jesus Christ, this is a game for whoever the fuck. Blow my mind. It's not a fact. It's not a children's game, so no. An assumption is not a fact. I'm sorry to break that to you. But a lot of you people out there, you think your fucking opinions and your assumptions are facts, and they're not. So I'm here to tell you that right now. So, whatever, man. Yeah, it does say mature content before you coming in here. So obviously you are just bitching to bitch. Bitch. I'm not denying I'm cussing. I keep cussing. If I was denying I was cussing, I'd stop cussing and say, I don't cuss. Are you 10? Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, man, just that one script. If we can get the script for the box interact with the light post sort of thing, pretty sure everything else will be downhill. Downhill battle? Is battling down a hill any easier than battling up a hill? It's not a fact. And that's a fact. What you're saying is not a fact. That's a fact. And I might just mute you. That's a fact. Wait, weren't you in my older streams, or are you just some troll coming in for the fuck of it? And a sailor. How many fucking sailors do you know? Please, tell me how many sailors you've sucked off down at the docks. Please tell me. Whatever. OG. Yeah. I know, OG. I'm pretty sure you seem very familiar. Pretty sure you were one of my old school watches, but I had to test you. But no. Yes, it is a fact that it does kind of look like a kid's game, but the fact is it's not a kid's game. The fact is it's not even rated. OG, have you changed your name in the past couple years? Because I haven't really streamed, like really streamed in 2 years. Like, I've been streaming some Outlast, some other shit for the past year or two, but barely compared to some of these people on here. Thanks, OG, I guess. You checking my humanity? My humanity's intact. I was a Satanist there for a while, so a lot of the Satanistic, Levian Satanism, thank you. A lot of the Satanistic values are still in me, where I only respect those that respect themselves. And if you come in here talking shit, no, I'm just joking. No, I think bulls can work here. If else statement and bulls, right? I don't know. Can we get those connected there? Because these aren't so much triggers. So these, yes, it is a trigger when you check it, but I think it's more of a bull. See, I don't. We're learning together, so that's all right. Yeah, what's up, OG? Nice to see you again. I knew you looked familiar, man. Do you remember Seventh Mind when we were playing Dark Souls and shit? He hit me up the other day. I was like, wow, I hadn't heard from you in a while. All right, get key down to make a bull true. All right, let's let me look through some of these scripts here. But I'm trying to see what old dude. Yeah, now look right here. Private bull has interacted. This is within the interactable script. And this is for when you're fucking with all the action items. The light post, the boxes. So it says has interacted equals false. Player agent, that has to do with the player mesh. That part might not be as true. But this right here, so yes, there is already a bool having to do with interacting with everything. Let's look in world interaction script. You said input get key down to make it true. Well, right here, it's not so much a bool as it is an if-else statement. If the mouse button is down, and then get the interaction. Oh yeah, so this right here, this actually has to do with walking. So if I press the mouse button down on an area where the event system says I can move, it will do the walk cycle and let me move. So that's not a bool because it doesn't say bool, but that is an if-else statement. And I have used a bool having to do with interacting something or not interacting with something. That's as much as I think I can help you with right now. Okay, so OG, this is Unity. It's just it's probably the most used game engine right now. Up here is your actual scene that you get to work in. You can move all around. This is where you work. This is where you do all your work. And down here is the actual game, what the player sees. Because I have a camera up here that, if I move it, you can actually see it moves the scene down there. So once I press play, it goes to the basically the big sun. It goes to a big screen, and you can fuck around and all that stuff. Yes, sir. Go into action items and remember, like in each interactable object. Does it say? See, these action items, they don't have much in them, as you can see, especially the reinforced box one. It just has a debug log. It just lets me know that the object is being interacted with. I haven't really, and it calls a dialogue system. You see right here, it calls an instance of a dialogue system to come on, which goes back into hold on. Like this right here, back down to reinforced box. So this reinforced box script right here is basically just this. It's just talking about the dialogue system being called once it's being interacted with. So like I said, I think we can add stuff to these already made scripts. And like I said also, we might have to make 2 different reinforced boxes where the 2 that don't have anything will have the one, and the one that does have something will have the other. Or this will have an if-else statement in here, maybe. I don't know how that would work, though. Yes. When you interact with it, yes, it does write something to the console. Let me show you. Oops. Damn it. No! You idiot. Call myself an idiot. Don't maximize. Alright, you watch this. You watch my... Now, we're going to have to actually take out these debug log script lines because according to Shay, they take more than certain computations, like more processing power. But as soon as I click on that, it says over here, interacting with reinforced box. Unity engine debug log object. Every time I click on anything different, it actually says what it is in the console log. So it does know what's going on. So yes, these scripts can be used for what we need to do with them, I think. But we might have to make a particle system script to turn that on. I don't know. But like you said, we're just trying to focus on the box to the light post right now. Why do you keep doing that, dick? Alright, basically in this, you can put a thing, initializable previously, make it turn true, once interacting with, and then what we could do is have the same fucking thing. Right, exactly. It's like space all over again. Just we're tweaking a little bit around differently because it's being interacted with differently. It's got, it's built off different scripts, but it's basically the exact same thing. We're trying to create a trigger, or a Boolean trigger, you could say, to have one thing affect another just by interacting with one. Right. No, I think this is going to be a lot simpler than the SPOS stuff. I really do. So, for Yenen's Tale, man, I think, we can do this again, what's tomorrow, Friday? We can do this tomorrow, Saturday, or you can come over, or whatever. Because either A, I'm going to have to write down my own scripts, copying from your own screen or something, or I'm going to have to get all this shit from you Sunday. But yeah, man. Oh, God. Write the script together? That's scary. Okay, so I thought a delay was going to be something simple, script-wise, and then they both started talking about coroutines, and I'm like, why is something so simple as a delay? I suppose a delay is so complicated. So I'm just wondering if that's the only way you could do it, or if that's the way they want to do it. So that being said, yes, this shit might be way more complicated than we're giving it credit for. But, I think, yes, Shay will always fix it. I think you should start the scripts. I think you should start the scripts from between the light post and the box. Maybe even make 2 different. Maybe you might want to copy and paste the build I gave you, the folder, and leave one for the actual build and leave the other just to fuck around with, because you might do something to the scripts that you can never take back. But I think you should start the scripts. I think you should start 2 scripts before Sunday, or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to tell you what to do. I was just thinking maybe you should start 1 script between the scene fading. I really think the scene fading, you can find that script. You can find a script for it probably online and just fuck around with it a little bit, and then make a script, of course, between the box and the light post. But that's totally up to you, man. I do want to help you though. I do want to learn too. The coroutine thing was trash. No, I agree with you. Fade to Black. What? Are we talking about Metallica? Don't worry about the fading right now. The fading I think is going to be crucial because you don't want to just click on the crystal and then the second time you click on it, all of a sudden, boom, you're in this new place with sound effects all around you. Like sound effects go from one scene to another. I think it'd be way too jarring. So it's going to be sound effects from this scene and the visuals are fade out for this point and click version, and then 2 seconds, again, another delay or something, have the new scene fade in and the new sound effects fade in. But right now, we don't have sound effects, so we don't have to worry about that right now. And we don't really need to worry about the fading, but that will be crucial for a good transition. But we just need a script that will transition us from one scene to another. Once you hit the crystal, and once you're in the second scene, it comes back to the first scene after a certain amount of time. I think that'd be easy. God, I need to stop saying I wish certain things. Stop wishing and do, damn it! Stop wishing and do. But, alright. I think I'm done for tonight. At least for this. It's almost 2 a.m. I'm definitely not going to stream Outlast, because Anne loves to watch my video game streams, and she's MIA. So yeah. So what's going on, Alex? What do you think? Transition by either tomorrow or Saturday, or before the next time we meet up this week. Have 2 scripts started. See, so like, see, I think with under the interactable script, you can start a new line, a new void method, having to do with how these objects are going to interact, or under world interaction, because world interaction actually has raycast scripts and stuff on it, but again, you don't need to fuck with that. We are going to need a scene transition script, I know that, but as for the items interacting with each other in a way, I think we can work with what we already have. So again, that's up to you. You don't even have to start on it. We can just wait until the next time we hit each other up. It's totally up to you. Because I know you like to work on this stuff on your own, so don't let me stop you. Yay! He fully understands the game now! Thank God someone does. Yeah, the scripts are there, man. They're in a certain syntax, but they're there. Yes. You also might want to look up. So we already know destroy game object turns a game object off, but we need something that turns it on. So again, you talk to this, and it turns this whole damn game object on, parent and child both. So, okay. As long as I'm talking in a way to you that you understand what I'm saying, that's all I hope and pray for. Because my brain goes at 50,000 fucking miles a minute, man. I can barely ever get out what I'm trying to say in a timely manner. But no, this was fun. I like game dev streaming, like with other people, compared to game dev game dev streaming. Restarting body. Game dev streaming. Okay, Alex, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Typically, I usually stream about 2.5 hours. For some people, ain't shit. I know some streamers out there stream for 36 hours for charities. That is insane. How they have to be doing some coca on the side. Right, not sure how the game object will turn on. You might be able to create a tag for a different type of interactable object. See, layers is another thing you and I are going to have to ask about, because even Shiloh was talking about layers. Pretend I didn't even say that. Yeah, turning on a game object. So if destroy game object is an actual term. Wouldn't there be a create game object or a obtain game object or something? I bet there has to be in the what's the acronym for the website that has all the information? IP, AP, the documentation, basically. Yeah, I bet the documentation has everything. We'll figure it out, brother. I really appreciate you wanting to help me, man. And I know you don't necessarily even want to work on games, but I think this will get you good experience, and you might get interested in it. You never fucking know. API, thank you. That's right, the memesters got my back. Alright, well, thank you for everybody that came in for this interesting not double feature. I will try to stream Outlast 2 soon. The only reason I haven't really streamed Outlast 2 much is because of these games and everything else that's been going on. That's right, going on the resume. Dude, it will look cool. Oh yeah, by the way, did you hear what Shiloh said? Not only are our games going to be shown at the Rules and Play Art Gallery in July till August, but in September to October, it's going to also be shown off at Transylvania University. So definitely get our fucking names out there, man. Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And, of course, Lex Play Convention is going to happen again this year, and I'm sure we're going to be invited again. So, oh, yeah, also, we're going to have another we might have another season at the end of this year for another HVRE project. I'm not going to talk about that right now. We got a lot of shit going on here in the future, so if you want to be involved with that, you are more than welcome, sir. You have a lot of shit put on your resume. Oh, yeah, so after we show off at the 2 different art galleries, like I said, we're going to probably start into the next season of the next project of HVRE, which might be actually Nightmare. It might be Dreams, but a Nightmare version, which that'd be pretty awesome. Like, maybe we could take the games already made and then put enemy types in them and make them actually Nightmare hard mode. But no. But yeah, we're probably going to start the new season project and Lex Play, the video game convention at Rupp Arena. I'm sure it will happen again this year. We got to present our VR game last year. I got to be there for like 12 hours. Basically, I was the host of the entire game. Had Aowen help us. We were both dressed up in Halloween costumes. It was really fun. So I'm sure we're going to do that again. But yeah, this is just the beginning, friend. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of contacts and events and stuff. And you don't have to talk to anybody. If they try to talk to you, you got to talk to me too. You can't talk to my friend. You can't talk to him without talking to me, motherfucker. But yeah, all right. Peace and prosper, my fellow students in Ronin. I hope you enjoyed the Vagrant Story OST. Hope you enjoyed the gaming and the game talk and the game deving. OG, nice to see you again. I will be streaming, I guess, more, since this is a very awesome way of doing it instead of just meeting 2 times a week and just hoping we all have done our work. But all right, you'll have a wonderful night. Again, this is Ronin Yeti. Peace and prosper. It's not TV. It's Ronin Yeti. I'll see y'all motherfuckers later. Take care. Bye.